Check, check, check. One more time. Mood check. If you blessed to be alive, make some noise. I know that's right. So this is, you can go ahead and mute that, JK, unless you want me to rap the intro. I can do that. It's built like that. All right. I hate JK. It's my brother. My name is Devine Carama. I'm the director and founder of Believing in Forever, Inc. We are a youth nonprofit based out of Lexington, Kentucky, obviously with dreams and aspirations of empowering young people all over the state and all over the world. Eventually, one day, that's going to be a reality. This is our first annual Believers Breakfast. This is our first, go on and make some noise. Hey. My bad, I'm not working the door. I'm double duty. I'm hosting and working the door. So we turned 4 last month. In March, we turned 4. When we started Believing in Forever, I never thought that it would be this, and I never really thought that it would be an organization. The only reason I started Believing in Forever is because I just wanted to help people, and I was tired of going broke doing it. So people was like, if you start a nonprofit, man, you could get grants. And I was like, for real? Well, shoot, let me register Believing in Forever, Inc. so I could keep doing things that God called me to do. But I think once I got started, I realized that the mission was so much bigger than what I initially thought. Now knowing and seeing the impact that people can have collectively, Believing in Forever is about bringing people together to impact our young people. So really quick, I just want to kind of tell you the mission. This is mostly friends and family in the room, so you all already know what it is, but just to echo that, community service, we want to empower youth leadership, mentoring in school and out of school, because we understand that families are broken in 2018, unfortunately, right? I mean, it is what it is, so we can hide away from that fact and pretend that it's 1960 or 1970, but it's not. Families are broken, right? I have 3 daughters, 3 different women, right? So there's challenges even within my own family. I was a young father that had 2 kids at the same time and struggled. And to this day, there's still challenges that they deal with. So a lot of our families are broken, so we try to heal through mentoring. Right now in the African American community alone, we're upwards towards 70% of households don't have fathers in them, right? So we want to combat that through some of the programs that we do. Also, educational support. We have a couple of teachers in here today, and we understand the challenges that teachers in schools have, because now you're not just teaching kids. You got to clothe them. Sometimes you got to feed them. There has to be mental health specialists within the schools. So we want to support our schools, whether it's with tutoring, or whether it's with our code drive, or anything we can do to aid the schools. But then also being a hip hop artist, we believe, and my brother JK, we believe that expressive art is important for young folks. Young Kobe is in here, and he's one of the dopest visual artists I know. And we understand, make some noise for my man Kobe. Young Queen Deja is in here. She was one of the first poets in our Poetry in Motion Youth program that we started a few years ago. And we understand that young people don't have the outlets to deal with the trauma or the everyday things that us adults can deal with. We got lifelong friendships. We're seasoned in our faith. We got a lot of places we can lean on. And to be honest, even as adults, sometimes we get squeezed. Sometimes we don't feel like we really have a lot of places we could go. So imagine how these kids feel. That they go to school and deal with bullying, or might have a father they haven't seen in a long time, or a mother that's struggling, dealing with challenges, or maybe even knows a friend that got shot and killed. Where do they go? And we believe expressive art is a good healing agent, but also a platform where they can talk about some good stuff, what they believe in, what they want to fight for, what they want to be. So poetry, hip hop, a lot of things, and no disrespect, that the church often runs from, and even the community often runs from. We want to use these things as a platform to help these young people heal. Hip hop, we want R&B, we want dance, comedy, we want all of that, because we understand that it can save a kid's life. I didn't have any direction. I got hurt playing baseball, came home, realized my dream was no longer, and I'm looking at 2 young daughters I gotta feed with no college degree. I didn't have a purpose in life. Hip hop gave me purpose. Hip hop saved my life. So we want to give that to these young people as well. So basically, man, the vision is just, we realize that there's a lot of young people that either need an extra push. You know, the ones right on the cusp that got potential, but need that extra push. I feel like I was one of those kids, really smart, had potential. We want to push those to be leaders. That's one thing we want to do and believe in it forever. But also, we want to take the kids that are broken, the ones that are struggling in school, the ones that can't really find their path spiritually, the ones that struggle to build positive relationships. They're broken. So we want to help them heal. So when they get to school, they can do well in school. So when they go to church, they can hear what the pastor's saying. When they meet people in the community, whether it's friends, they know how to navigate and build positive relationships. So our job is to heal, to make other partners in the community have a better shot at doing their job. So that's what Believing It Forever is about. We're also reactionary as well. So if we see a need, we want to try to meet it, and we can't do it without you. I appreciate you being here, not just with your donations, but just your presence. I see so many people here that come out every single week, every month. Anytime we got something going on, you're here. So I appreciate that. So really quick before we bring our first speaker up, Mama Lou, she's not here, but she couldn't make it. Luann is her government name, but Mama Lou is her rap name. This is a 60-year-old white grandmother that took our leadership and lyricism class at the University of Kentucky. And she didn't know anything about hip hop. She wanted to do something new. She was a grandmother trying to come back and get a degree, so she took our class. It is a class that we offer at UK, where we engage students with hip hop, but we talk about leadership. And she came in, she did her thing, and she actually wanted to come. Zola, she can come up here if she wants to. Zola, you want to come with Dad? Look at that, teasing. Well then hush then. I love you. Jerk. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the class. A strange thing is going on with our not strange, but a great thing is going on with our teachers right now, right? They're protesting. They're being stripped of promises. They're being stripped of funding for their schools, and even the respect that they deserve, if you hear some of the things that the governor has said recently, right? But one thing I've noticed being in these teacher groups and working at a middle school is a lot of these teachers are all over the place as far as background, race, and even political views. So one thing I'm noticing is that it's a lot of dysfunction during this time in which all teachers really need to come together. And a lot of it hinges on differences. So how do we expect to be able to work together if we're not used to working with each other? So one thing we try to do in our lyricism and leadership class is we push people to go outside the box. We bring different people together and teach them to work together now as college students. So when they get out in the real world and issues arise, they know how to work with people who don't look like them, who don't think like them. Me and my mom tells me all the time, we not big Rush Limbaugh fans, are we, Mom? Come on. But we listen to him. And my mom taught me that because I want to hear what the other side has to say. Yeah. Just because I don't like somebody don't mean they always wrong. Right. And I don't know everything. I just know what I'm privy to in my upbringing, but I want to hear the other side because there might be some good stuff over there that can make me a better leader and a better person, a more whole. Right. So we got to learn to listen to people who are not like us. So that's what we do in that class. We now offer it spring semester. It is a 3-credit course. Hopefully we'll get to bring it back in the fall. If you're a UK football fan, Benny Snell, the running back, he's in our class this semester. And the final exam for the class is they got to create a socially conscious hip hop album. So how cool is that in college? So that's one of the many programs that you'll hear about tonight. Next, coming to the mic, I want to bring an educator from Lafayette High School. She is one of the facilitators of the 9 in-school mentoring programs that we've done called Impact 859. Everybody make some noise for Catherine Chastain.
Thank you, Devine, for having me. This is not something I am very good at, so please bear with my stuttering and stammering, but I've been in education for 21 years. I started at Jesse Clark Youth Services Center. I opened that center back in 1997, and then I got the opportunity to open the Youth Services Center at Lafayette High School, and that was my dream, to work with high school students, and I'm still there. Fortunately, with the last session where the governor's budget, he vetoed it, but then the House and the Senate overrode it, so Family Resource Youth Service Center, or Friskies as we like to call ourselves, we're fully funded. Our funding that got cut this semester got restored, so we're really excited to be able to still continue to offer services here. We fought really hard to make that happen. So one of the things that the Youth Services Center gets to do is to provide opportunities for students. And groups are very difficult, support groups, and especially with young men. When you pull a guy in and say, I've got this support group, they're gonna be meeting during school, blah, 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 they're kind of like, yeah, so why are you talking to me? So I have to say, there'll be food, and you get out of class, and you get to hang out with this like hip hop dude, and then they kind of get pulled in. So I'm serious, like you really have to, it's so difficult. And in my 21 years, I've done support groups, facilitated, brought them together, and I've never had a group where the guys are so engaged and so interested and so, when are we having group? Are we having group this week? When is it? Like every Friday morning, I have 4 or 5 guys that don't come see me during the week, stop by first thing and say, is Carama coming today? Is today the day? And it's like, yeah, today's the day. Or, no, he's out of town. We're not scheduled for today. We'll do it next week. They get so excited. And that's something I've never seen in all my years. So that is one reason why I've agreed to continue why I'm here this morning on a Saturday morning instead of mowing my grass or at the gym. It was worth it for me to come and support Devine because the kids love it. I had the guys write up yesterday when they met with Devine, you know, what does Impact 859 mean to me? And one of our guys was absent yesterday morning because he was at the doctor, and I had seen him, I guess Thursday, and had said, hey, you know, when you have group tomorrow, I want you to write this thing about what Impact 859 is. And he missed group, but yet he came to see me yesterday when he made it to school and brought me a piece of paper with what he wrote. I was like, wow, freshmen don't do this. So I want to read, instead of reading what everybody said, his really touched my heart a little more. And he said, the Impact 859 group means a lot to me because I feel like it's a great way to end everything that is negative to our community. Me personally, this group has made me open my eyes and work harder for what I want. It's made me think about what we as a community need to do to make the world a better and safer place to live in. This is how much Impact 859 means to me. That was from Will. And our group has a wide variety of kids. Like a lot of them don't have dads. One of our young men has always lived with his mom, but his mom just moved to Texas. His dad's been in and out of jail, and he didn't want to move to Texas, so now he's living with his dad for the first time. You know, we've got one of our guys, we had a shooting this school year, and one of our guys was aligned with the shooter, and he didn't come to school for a while because people said there was, you know, a bounty on his head. He's in our group, and they talk about what's going on in the community. They talk about what's happening, why are kids picking up guns. They go through all those things. Why are grades important? I print out grades so that Devine can stay on them about their grades. You know, we just push the whole spectrum and what they need, and it means so much to them. Devine has had 137 interactions with my students this school year, and I think that's very significant. So I appreciate Impact 859, and I hope for sure we'll do it again next year and take it from there. So thank you so much for your support of this program.